Hey there, welcome to Dota Underlords. My name is Kenny Stahl, and right now I want to help you learn how to play this game. This game, along with games like it, like Dota Autochess and Teamfight Tactics, the League of Legends version of the game, I know that this new style of game that has come out is sort of confusing. So I want to teach you guys and explain to you guys the mechanics, and basically just let you guys know what it is that you're looking at, so when you go to play this game, you'll be more prepared and you'll have fun, because the game's just not fun to play if you don't know what you're doing. I know I was overwhelmed the first time I tried to play it, but luckily I watched some streamers stream the game, and that helped me out a lot. So yeah, watching other people play is probably a good way for you to learn, but I also want to just do my best right now to explain how to play the game. There is a tutorial in Dota in Underlords here that will teach you how to play, so we can go through that right now, and then I want to actually jump into a real game and play. So first thing that you do is you get into the game, and what happens is the game takes place over the course of a series of rounds. So right now we're going to be in round 1, and the bottom right shows us how much gold we have. After every round, you're going to earn some gold. So what is the basics of the game, first of all? What happens in this game is we have this panel here, which we can call the shop or the recruitment panel. And here is where you buy the different units that you want to buy. These are all different heroes. Each hero has its own abilities, its own, attack styles. They all belong to different alliances or classes, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to build the best team. You're trying to build the best team, get synergies, deal the most damage, and just basically beat all your opponents. So you're in a lobby with 8 other people, and all of you start with 100 health, and after every round you'll either win the fight or lose the fight. If you win the fight, that's awesome. That's what you want. If you lose the fight, you actually end up taking damage. So that 100 health you have right there, that's going to go down. And once you reach 0, when you hit 0 health, you are knocked out. You're done playing. And the remaining players will keep on fighting each other until it's the last person standing. So this is kind of like a battle royale, right? 8 players in, only 1 wins. So you want to try to build the best team that's going to beat your opponents. Okay, so first of all, rounds 1, 2, and 3 are basically warm-up rounds. They're just to get you off the ground. They're your startup rounds. So the game gives you 1 gold to start, so you can buy 1 unit. So let's go ahead and buy a unit. We can get Clockwork, Bounty, Tinker. A lot of times I've heard people say that going with like Clockwork and Tinker and Bounty Hunter, that those are some of the better units to start off with, because they kind of go well together. They're the same. They belong to the same groups. Let's see if I can get this icon off. Yeah, every round begins with a shop. You want to hire your first hero. Anyone is good for now. So yeah, okay, here we go. So now I can hover over. I can click on the question marks. I can read what they say. They all have an ability. This Clockwork has a battery assault. It shows the cooldown, how many seconds, the mana cost. Then it kind of just explains to you guys what this ability does. It also can give you guys all of their stats, everything. If you're really into this sort of all this information, perhaps this will be useful if you're that kind of person, but you don't need to know this yet. So there's different levels, level 1, 2, and 3. And I'll get into that later, how you level up, in case you don't know. So each unit belongs to different alliances. So Clockwork is a scrappy inventor, right? Okay, get rid of this. Bounty Hunter is also a scrappy, right? So these two would go well together because they both are in scrappy. Tinker, also scrappy inventor, right? So this is why Clockwork and Tinker are usually the best kind of units to go for when you're just learning the game, is because they'll give you the inventor bonus. So the number here, the 2. So all inventors gain plus 15 HP regeneration. What that means is you need to have 2 unique units that are both inventors. So if I had a clockwork and a tinker on the board, on my team, then I would get that bonus. I would get that all my inventors would have plus 15 HP regeneration. So let's just go ahead and choose a unit. We'll go with clockwork because we've been talking about them. So now, normally the timer here, we can click on him and drag him. Now he's out there. We normally have a timer that's going. Right now we're in the tutorial, so there's no timer. But otherwise you only have 30 seconds. And the thing about the timer that you have to know is that you have to make all these decisions on what units you want to buy. You have to actually put them on the board. And you have to be able to do all this pretty quickly because the round is going to begin whether you are ready or not, right? So that's the thing about the game, is that you have about 30 seconds to make all your decisions, buy units, sell units, place them on the board, put them where you want to. Don't worry if you're a beginner at where you put them on the board. Just basically you want to put the tanky units up front, and then the ranged units in the back, or the ones that have less HP. So when the round begins, the fight happens automatically, right? Like this says. So you don't have to do anything. That's why the original version of the game in Dota 2 is called Autochess, right? Because the game is supposed to be like chess, but it all happens automatically. All of your units, which are, you can refer to them as chess pieces in the other game, Dota 2, in the mod, Autochess mod, all these were referred to as chess pieces. Okay, I think I gotta click on this to advance. So in the neutral waves, which are rounds 1, 2, 3, and then round 10, and then every 5 rounds from round 10, you're gonna have these neutral waves where you don't fight other players. You just fight the monsters, what you'd call creeps. Okay, so first we're going to I'm just gonna choose an item. It doesn't matter. You can just read it yourself, figure out which ones you like. When you choose an item, the items are gonna be over here, and then so there we just get 2 gold, by the way. We can click on it and drag it onto the unit that we want. So I'm gonna go with Bounty Hunter here, or I could go with Anti-Mage. I could buy 2 of them. And you know what? I'm gonna buy Anti-Mage. I'm gonna buy 2 of them. Spacebar opens and closes the shop. Now I'm gonna put the AM out there. So you just got an alliance bonus. So we have right now the Anti-Mage's alliance bonus, which is the Demon Hunter. See, it says we only need 1. With 1 Demon Hunter out there, we invalidate our opponent's Demon Alliance. So that's just, you know, we'll get into that later. We're not at that step. If you don't know what demons are in this game, excuse me, demons are a pretty big part of the game. They're special. They're a special alliance. So we'll go ahead and we'll start the round. So as you guys can see, I'm really trying to walk you guys through everything as if you don't know anything, right? That's probably, you know, I really want you guys to understand the basics of the game, and it's really important for you to understand that it's the last person standing. Oh yeah. Here's another thing that we have to look at. In this version of the game, in Underlords, there are what's called global items. So right here we have completing the cycle, which is a global, basically it makes druids a lot better than what they already are. Or right here, the soul sucking siphon, it's basically a global buff for our warlocks. So every single alliance is going to have their own unique global whatever you want to call this, items. This is something that's new from the previous version. If you ever play Dota Autochess, this is not in there. There weren't any global things. The whole item system is different. And I kind of like it. So we could go Druid, we could go Warlock. Yeah, we'll go Warlock. We'll get this. So it'll show it over here. Okay, so here is the big part of the game that is very important for you to understand. That little noise needs to stop. We're gonna buy a Juggernaut real quick. We do want to buy this. Well, we're gonna buy a Juggernaut just to shut this lady up who's psst, all the psst in the background. Okay, so we have 1 gold left. We're gonna buy the Anti-Mage. Why are we gonna buy the Anti-Mage? The reason why we're gonna buy the AM is because we already have 2 of them, right? So the major part of this game is when you are looking at which units to buy. Number 1, of course, you're going to look for their alliance. You're going to try to get the buffs for the alliances, whether it's assassin, human, brawny, warrior, bloodbound, mage, whatever you're going for, right? You're going to want to choose your units in the shop based on what synergies you're particularly looking for. However, what you're also looking for is you're looking to level up the units that you already have. In this case, we have an Anti-Mage, and we want to level that Anti-Mage from a level 1 to a level 2. How do you do that? The way you level up units is you buy 3 of a kind. When you buy the 3rd one, in this game, it'll automatically level it up for you. So we'll go ahead and buy this, and you'll see they all combined into a single unit. And now what was a 3, it used to be 3 different pieces, now it's only 1, and it's a 2-star. So this is going to be much stronger than the 1-stars. And I guess we can go up here, look at season info, and click on them. And here it shows you, it basically doubles his health, and we got higher magic resistance. And damage is double, and that is a huge deal. The strategy in this game is you're trying to find units that go together with synergies, and that you want to buy duplicates to level them up. So right now, honestly, I would like to buy this Juggernaut because I would like to get 3 of them, but we're not going to. I'm just gonna go ahead and make the decision to not do that, and we're just gonna keep playing the game. So that's pretty much what you need to know. In fact, I could probably even jump into a real game right now with other players just to kind of, because I think that's all the basics that you really needed to know. What you really need to know from the tutorial in this game is just what you're trying to do, right? So we could go for the Embarrassment of Riches to get more items during the neutral rounds. We can get Smuggler. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to buy this item, and we're going to equip that. Here, we'll equip it, Juggernaut. And then, so the other couple things that I'm going to go over right now, before I get into the actual gameplay, I'm going to play a real game, is I want to go over these 2 things right here. So right here we have a button, which is a reroll button, and the reroll is going to change the shop, because all of these pieces are random, right? So you can get any 5 units right here. You can get any 5, and if you don't like the shop, you can hit that button and it changes it, right? And you get new ones. Now that cost me 2 gold, right? I had 4 gold, now I have 2, and that's what you gotta be aware of. The other thing to take note of is how much the units cost. So Axe is a 1 cost, as is Bounty Hunter, but Puck here is a 2 cost unit, and Queen of Pain is a 2 cost unit. So that is very important to know. That different units cost different amounts, and typically the higher the cost, typically the better they are. And once you start getting into 4 cost or 5 cost, it's really going to you're really going to want to look for those units, because those are the strong ones, right? level 4 and 5 is really, really good. The difference between them is that there is a limited pool of all of these units, and you're actually pulling from the same pool as all the other players are. So if you buy, let's just say, like 5 axes, that means that there's 5 less in the total pool for all the other players. So you can actually click on the different players over here, and it will bring you to their page. It's not letting me do it. Maybe I gotta press play. See if it does it. Yeah, it's not really letting me go. Maybe it's because we're in the tutorial. We'll get into a real game. You can actually just click on the icons over here, and it'll bring you to show what they have. So it might do you some good to look at what other people are playing, what they bought, to know if maybe they're buying a lot of a particular unit that you want to have. That's just telling you that there's less of a probability of you to be able to get that unit in the shop, because these are all random. So the other thing here is this right here. This is what your level is, right? So I'm a level 4 right now. And what that means that I'm level 4 is that I can actually have 4 different units on the board at the same time, right? So every time you level up, it allows you to place 1 extra unit. And the more units you have, the stronger your team is, the more likely you are going to be to win and beat others. So we're going to buy 2 more units. I'm just going to choose Tusk and Warlock just because, no reason, not going for any particular strategy. But I'm going to put this one out there, so now we're 4 of 4. Now, here's the thing. After every single round, we're going to get 5 gold. We're going to get 5 gold, and we're going to get, I think, 1 XP. If I'm not mistaken, I think we get 1 XP. So as you see here, it's going to take us, we need to get to 4 XP in order to level up from 4 to 5. And that increases every level, I think by 4, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken on that. But what you can do is you can press this button, and you can spend 5 gold to buy 4 XP. So if we do that, it's going to automatically level us up to level 5. It's going to lower our gold down to 1. Let's see. We click it. Now we can have 5 units in there, because now we're level 5. So we can put the Warlock in, right? So you're going to gain gold, and you're going to gain XP to level up after every single round. However, I guess we can just play the tutorial, and I won't actually get into a real game because that might take up too much time. It's gonna make this video extra long. I'll make another video after this as my first playthrough of the game for you guys to watch separately, because I don't want to make this video too long. So we should get some gold here. So we're going to get 5 gold, but we also get a bonus gold for winning. That is something to take note of, is that you get an extra gold for winning the round. And this is kind of advanced stuff. We're kind of getting into the advanced tutorial here. Gold, how much gold you have is extremely important. This game is all about economy. It's all about managing your money. So doing things like re-rolling, spending 2 to re-roll the shop, spending gold to level up faster. It's something that you have to learn when the right time to do it is and when the right time not to do it is. And that's because you only have so much gold to use to buy your units, and you want to maximize how much gold you have. And the thing about this game is that it gives you interest. So we'll go ahead and we'll play another round. I'm not going to buy anything. I don't really need anything. We're at 7 gold right here. I'll show you guys what I mean by interest. So they're going to go ahead and fight. And they're automatically fighting. As you can see, I put the Warlock back here because he's what we call a squishy unit. He's a squishy unit. he's better behind all the tankier units, right? You typically want to look out for that. So we won. We get another bonus gold. So we're gonna get 5 base gold, and we're gonna get the 1 bonus gold for winning, and it's gonna show us that right here. So now we're at 14. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start the next round. Right here, it's gonna show us glowing. That's because I'm on a win streak. I think you start to go on a win streak if you win 3 rounds in a row, I believe. Yeah, we just won 3 in a row, so we're on a win streak, and you get extra gold for being on a win streak, and it's gonna show us that. Let's look at the gold real quick. This will help you understand the economy, the gold. So you get 5 gold, 1 for interest, 1 for our win streak, and 1 for winning. So the way the economy works, you get 5 base gold, and then if you're on a win streak, you get 1 gold simply for winning the round, and then you get gold based on your win streak. So since I have a 3-win streak, I get 1 gold if I keep winning. Once I get onto a 5-win streak, I'll get 2 gold. Once I get on a 7-win streak, I will get 3 gold extra. There's also a lose streak. So if you lose these 2 bots down here, you can see that they got this little coloring thing there. They're on a lose streak, so they're gonna get +1 for the lose streak. Now, there's also interest. How does interest work? For every 10 gold, you get an extra gold, right? So that round I had I think 11 gold or 12 gold or something, which means that I got +1 for having 10. So right now I have 22. Right, I have 20. Oh wait, there's 2 clockworks here. Let me buy those. 1, 2. That leveled up my clockwork to level 2. Now it's a 2-star. We still have 20, so we're still gonna get that interest. Now, I'm gonna not buy anything else. I'm gonna just not buy any of these 3 units, because if I do, I'm gonna go below 20, and I want to make the most of my economy. So I'm going to just keep it at this. Whether we win or lose, we're still going to get that interest. So, let's see, what do they have? They have a druid. They got beast, or savage in this game. It used to be called beast. We lost pretty hard, unfortunately. So now I'm going to take damage. I'm not going to get the bonus gold for a win streak anymore, because I lost that win streak. So we take damage based on the remaining players, or the remaining units that beat us. So it's better to lose killing most of their units than it is. It's worse to lose, if they totally crush you. So the more units that they have surviving after they beat you, the more damage you're going to take. All right, is this gonna... Yeah, we got the timer going. All right. So as you can see, we did not get the win streak bonus. We did get the +2 interest bonus, right? So for every 10 gold you have, you get 1 gold in interest. So it's 10%. However, the important thing to know is that there is a cap, which means that it only is 10% up to a maximum of 5 gold. So if you're at 50 gold, you'll get +5 gold for interest, but you can't get any more than that. That's the maximum. So 50 gold is the magic number that you want to get to. If you're at 60, you might as well spend that, because you're not going to get any extra for being at 60. So that's why most people stick around the 50 level, and they don't ever drop below 50. So if you're ever watching people play this game, look at how much gold they have. The strategy is to get to 50 gold as fast as possible, while also buying the units that you need along the way, surviving, and then once you get to 50, you spend the extra gold on leveling up, so we can level up here. Right, so now we're level 6, and we can put in another unit. We'll buy the Pudge, put the Pudge in. That just gave us a warrior bonus. So you can actually use this panel right here to look at the bonuses you have, and it will color in the ones that you actually have activated. And these are all partial ones which are not activated right now. But if we wanted to, we would only need another savage unit. Right now we have a Tusk out there, which is a savage, but that's the only one we have. So if we get 2 of them, we would get the plus 10% damage, but right now we don't. And then we have all these other units. So what we could do is we could buy this Lichen here. We could buy the Lichen and replace our Warlock with it. So now we would have the Savage, which is a plus 10% attack damage. Also, you know, if you want to see what their abilities are, you can look at this. He is one of the few units that actually has 3 different alliances that he belongs to. But the Lichen is going to summon wolves, so that's his ability. So yeah, so the main thing that you're trying to do is you're trying to level up your unit. So if you ever see a duplicate of a unit, like here we have 2 enchantresses, we might want to buy them. Oh, I accidentally clicked on question mark. We might want to buy those 2 just because that's 2 of them, right? We want 3 of them. So here is how much. So right now I'm in first against all the bots. I should be in first. And you know, we all have this amount of health. The other thing to know is when you fight somebody, I did not explain this already, and I don't know if it really matters if you know this when you're starting off or not. Really, you just got to focus on surviving. We still can't click on their boards. I want to look and see what they have. When you fight somebody, in this game, when you fight somebody, you don't fight head to head. That's not how it works. In TFT, which is the League of Legends version of the game, Teamfight Tactics, in that game you actually go head to head. In this game, you're gonna get basically a copy of somebody else's team. It's gonna be sent over to your board. This is your board. Everybody has their own board. A copy of them is basically gonna come and fight you, and you might go fight somebody else. So for example, we'll start the round. This is actually a loot round, so this totally messes up the lesson I'm trying to teach right now. In a normal round, see, it's round 10. Starting at round 10, you're gonna fight these creeps, and then, by the way, it's the same every game. All the creep rounds are all gonna be the same every game. Every 5 rounds we're gonna have a creep round, which is a loot round, a neutral round. I just want to get into the next round. We'll go Fall from Grace. That is a global item. I don't think I'm going to buy anything. Let's just start the round. So we're defending ourselves from one team, but we're also sending our team to attack another one. So this little shield and sword, that's what's going to show you that. So right now, this is who we're fighting, right? Gina. So we're getting their units attacking us, but we're not attacking them. We're actually attacking Saul right now. We can't click on it. Normally you can click on this and go see what's going on over there, but for some reason it's not letting me click on it. So we're attacking somebody and we're defending from somebody. So sometimes if you are facing the same person, if you could win on your board and they could win on their board, even though they're fighting you and you're fighting them. There's just a lot of variables. Every fight is not necessarily going to go the same. So, yeah, it's possible that you could beat somebody, but they could also beat you, because you're not actually going head to head. So I think that's pretty much all that I really wanted to to tell you. So right now we're at 36. I'm not doing a good job right now of actually choosing the units that I want. I'm just trying more to explain to you guys how to play the game. This is a game which is, it's all strategy, and as you play the game more, you're gonna learn what all the different units do. It's very important to learn what they do and to learn how they go together with the other units, because some team makeups are gonna be a lot stronger than others, and you're gonna learn which units suck and which ones are really good. I actually don't play this game enough to know which ones are good in this game. I really come from the Autochess version, the mod in Dota 2. That's really what I spent the most time playing, so I kind of know which ones are good over there. But over here, I mean, it's kind of different. Things are balanced differently, and the game is a little different. I'm just not going to buy anything. I'm just going to keep playing. I might lose. I'm on a win streak right now. But yeah, this person has assassins, right? So he has Morphling, PA. Assassins will jump to the back. Assassins are going to actually jump from the back line. They can start, you might want to put them in the back line, and then they'll automatically, some of them will teleport, or they will run very quickly to try to get behind their units and attack their mages and their hunters and their warlocks, whatever units they place in the back. That's what their assassins are going to try to get. So what we could do here, we have 57, which means that we want to roll down all the way to, down to 50. So we might re-roll. Say, do we want anything? Not really. I'm just gonna spend the remaining 5 gold, because 50 is the magic number. I'm gonna spend the remaining 5 gold to level up faster. That's one thing that you want to do in this game, is you want to level up as quickly as you can, but also you don't want to leave yourself with a weak team that's gonna lose to your opponents. So yeah, just try to build the strongest team possible. Find duplicates of we're actually getting pretty unlucky. I'm not really getting a lot of the same units because you need 3 of a kind to level it up. I've got the Clockwork and the Anti-Mage. They're level 2 units, but it's very, very hard to get a level 3. So in order to level up well, here we can just level up the Enchantress. We'll put the Enchantress in. We'll take the Tusk out, I think. Yeah. Why not? What was I gonna say? We actually have 60 gold, so we can actually spend 2 of them. We can actually put the Tusk back in. So this is gonna be round 15. So let me tell you guys what round 15 is. Round 15, you might want to move your back line to the front, because these are the wolves, right? I don't know why it calls it dog and pony show. They're the assassin monsters, which will jump to your back line. So you might want to move your back line to the other side just for this one round. It's a little trick that you gotta get used to doing. It's not really that big of a deal in this game, because the creep rounds are actually they're a lot easier than what they used to be in the Dota 2 version of the game, the mod version. What do I want? Do I want the boots? The Skull Basher Silver Lining makes us actually have a little bit of a safety net in terms of gold. I'm just gonna buy Skull Basher. Ooh, here we go. We got 2 Necros. I'm gonna buy those, and also a Tusk. Also a Timber Saw. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna go for the Timber Saw or not. But Necro is gonna give us a Heartless bonus. We already had a Heartless bonus. Oh, we have Fall from Grace. It's a special thing which gives us more Heartless for humans. We're 8 out of 7 though. here's what happens when you start a round when you're 8 out of 7. When you're 8 out of 7 and you start a round, it's just going to choose a random unit. Right now, what did it move? Was it Pudge? I didn't even see what it did. Yeah, it was Pudge, right? Yeah, we had the Pudge out there. And it moved it back to our bench. So that's nice. Now we have we're getting close to another level 2 AM. We actually might take out the Lycan, and we'll give the Skull Basher to Tusk. So Troll is actually pretty good. It's a 4-cost unit. Maybe we'll take out Jug. We'll give the sword to Troll. We'll give this one to, I don't know, Clockwork. We'll spend the remaining 5 gold to buy XP, and we'll start the round. Normally this is on a timer. I'm doing the tutorial, so things are a lot easier, and I can just press the play button when I'm ready. But I'm choosing to do this in tutorial right now because I have to actually explain to you guys as much as I can about this game. Normally, you just got 30 seconds. You got to figure things out really quickly. But what I was going to say was leveling up units. To get a level 2 unit, all you need are 3 of a kind. So we buy this anti-mage. He's a level 2. Now, how do you get a level 3? In order to get a level 3, you need 3 level 2s. So right now we have 2 level 2s. We have these 2 units. Excuse me. You have these 2 anti-mages, 2 level 2s. You need 3 level 2 to combine into a single level 3. So it takes 3 level 1 to combine into a level 2, and it takes 3 level 2 to combine into a level 3. So what does that mean? That means over the course of a game, in order for you to get a level 3 unit, you're actually going to need 9 individual level 1 units, right? 3 times 3, 9, right? I can do math. And the thing about level 3 units is it's usually not very likely for you to get a level 3 unit. You should know whether or not you want to try to go for it. So things like Necro is actually a 4-cost unit, and because it's a 4-cost unit, there are less of them in the pool to choose from. So every round, if we were to reroll, we have less of a chance of getting these 4-cost units than we do the 1. There's a much greater number of 1-cost units than there are 4-cost or 5-cost or 3-cost. So there's a limited pool of them. So if other people are also going for Necros, then I'm going to have a smaller probability of actually finding a Necro in the shop. So you're basically the highest level or the highest costing units is 5-cost, and you're basically never gonna get a level 3 5-cost unit. You might. It's technically possible, but there's such a small number of those 5-cost units in the game that it's very unlikely. I don't know how many exactly are in this game in Underlords, but I remember back in Dota Autochess, there were only 10 of each 5-cost unit in the entire pool. So if somebody else had a few of them, you have a very low chance of finding them yourself. That's why it's a good idea to look at what other people are buying to know, how many are still available in the pool, because it is a shared pool that we're all pulling from when things are randomized in the shop, right? Don't do what I'm doing right now. I just wanted to be stupid because this is the tutorial, so I don't really care if I win in this game. Don't ever do that. That's just me having fun. We could also put this clockwork out there because why not? I think I'm gonna end the video here. I think I explained everything. Demons. Oh, we should probably go over demons, shouldn't we? All right, demons. Let's buy a demon. Okay, they have another thing to know about this game is sometimes when you buy them, they will say stuff. And if you don't want to hear what they say, you can go into settings, go to audio, and turn the game sounds down to 0. Just a little tutorial. I honestly wish you could turn those off. Can you turn those off? I hate them. Honestly, I hate them. Yeah, I don't. Alright. Yeah, I guess you can actually use hotkeys as well. Something that you should also look into. You can change them. If you want to just use hotkeys instead of clicking on things, go ahead and do that. Yeah, you also have a DPS tab, don't you? Right here, you can actually click on it. It'll change it. Damage, DPS, damage taken, healing, kills. It'll show you basically all the stats if you're interested in that sort of stuff. Items. This will show you your level. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Every single level, it changes the percentage of you finding a particular tier unit. So tier 1 through 5, that's the different cost of units that I was talking about. Right now, we're not even getting any 5 cost units from the shop, any tier 5s, because we haven't leveled up yet to a level that gives us that percentage. So if we level up here, buying our XP for 5, you get 4 XP every time you pay 5 gold. We can look at that now. Now it'll show us, now it's changed, right? Now we can actually put in 1 more unit. That'll give us Warlock. Warlock is, we get 15% lifesteal now. I'll go over demons in a second here. So yeah, this changes the percentage of how many 1 cost, 2 cost, 3 cost, 4 cost, or 5 cost. So by the way, the maximum level is level 10. Right now we're level 8. Level 10 is the max level, and you might actually die before you get there, because getting to level 10 is very hard, because the amount of XP required to reach the next level keeps increasing every time you level up. So it'll take us 32 to get to level 9. It's going to take us like 40 to get to level 10, I think. And so you might die before you even get to level 10. So don't expect to get there. Level 10 is going to give you the highest percentage chance of seeing tier 5 units in tier 4. And it's going to give you a lower chance of seeing tier 1s. So that's stuff that you want to look at. Other than that, just we could try to find, if we wanted to find, here we'll go Terrorblade real quick. I gotta go over the demons. So demons are a special class, right? So most classes, like Troll Warlord here, he belongs to Troll and to Warrior. So for him, you want to get more warriors to unlock the warrior buff, or you want to add more trolls to your team to get the troll attack speed bonus. But for demons, it's actually different. For demons, how it works is you only want to have 1, meaning you don't want to have 2. So let me find a different demon. Okay, we need to... What is up with this sound? Like, Jesus. Okay, come on. Come on, guys. scared me. Legitimately terrifying. That right there, absolutely terrifying. All right, so let's get some gold. I want to find another demon. God, I hate these voices. I really hate the voices. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this game is meant for being. It's designed so mobile is a thing. Let's reroll. Let's try to find another demon. Here we go. Chaos Knight. So Chaos Knight is a demon knight. Shadow Fiend is a or SF as people refer to him as, is a demon warlock. So demons get a bonus for being the only demon. They deal 50% plus 50% pure damage when there's only one on the board. So if I was to put this CK out there, this Chaos Knight out there, I would need to remove a unit. If I was to play both of these, they lose that extra damage. So you never ever want to have more than one demon, except for this one scenario. The one scenario where you can have more demons is when you're doing a demon build. And in order to do a demon build, you need these units. Terrorblade. Terrorblade is a demon hunter. He's also a demon, but he's most importantly a demon hunter. If we go up here to look at our alliance info, we go to demon hunter, we see that there are 2 demon hunters. Why is this screen all messed up? Can't really read the text, can you? There's AM, which we have, and TB, Terrorblade. So luckily we already have an anti-mage and we have a Terrorblade. So let's go ahead and pull these back and we'll use the demon build. So if you look at what the demon hunter ability is, with 2 demon hunters, meaning you need both Terrorblade and anti-mage, it allows you to keep the plus 50% pure damage for all of your demons. So what that means is that in order for you to do a demon, if you want to do a team full of demon units, you would have to have TB and AM, right? These 2. You need to have both of these units on the board, and then you can use as many demons as you want. So here's another SF. Let me quickly, we'll sell this. Let me quickly show you what happens when you
I will hand you with the broken bodies of your enemies.
What? Stop saying this stuff. You're freaking me out, dude. Okay, anyway, let me show you what happens when you have more units than what you can handle. So right now my bench is full. So if I was to buy another unit, it says we can't, our bench is full. But what we can do is we can move one of them onto the board. This is something that you don't actually do. I'm showing you what's gonna happen if you do this. This is not a good thing. If I was to buy this, my bench is full and I have more units on the board than what I'm allowed. Normally what happens is when the round begins, when the fight begins, normally what happens if you have more than you're allowed to have is one of them is going to go back onto your bench just randomly. You don't get to choose. It will choose for you which one goes back to your bench. But in this case, we have more units than what we're allowed to have on our board. And also, there's no more room on our bench, so it can't simply put one on our bench. So what happens when the fight begins? Look at all the units. One of them is going to get randomly sold. We have no control over which unit is going to get sold. One of them is going to disappear and be sold. I didn't even see which one it was because it doesn't really have a good animation for it. I would actually have to go back and rewind the video to actually see which one disappeared. I don't even know which one is gone now. We had 9 on the board. Which one was it? It's not SF, not AM, not TB. God, I don't even remember. I actually don't remember. So here, we troll warlord would be good. So we can sell. Oh yeah, you can click and drag and sell them. If you didn't know that already, I apologize. It's getting this far into the video without telling you. I'm trying to teach you guys how to play the game, and selling units by dragging them over there, or you can just click on it and then click it. It's if you want to do that. Although you probably already saw me do it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I just sold a Lycan. I was gonna buy another Lycan, but since we're going demons, we can buy the.
Today they meet doom.
Okay. Doom also has a little voice, whatever you call it, voice thing, which is just great. I love the voices. So yeah, we can put Doom in. We can take another one out. I don't know which one we want to take out. Take Jug out. Round 20, which means it's going to be a loot round. This is just round 20. We're on a win streak. Somehow we're on a win streak right now. We have this is as good of a win streak as you'll get, which means that we're going to get +3. We're going to get +3 gold for interest. Not interest. Kind of interest, just bonus gold. We actually are very low on gold right now because I was stupid and did all those rerolls. You should not spend the gold the way that I have. You definitely should not spend your gold the way that I have. You want to be very, very conservative with your gold. You want to preserve it and save up, and you're only going to really want to go all in and spend all of your gold when you're in a very last ditch effort to try to survive. When you're down to like this guy, if you're this guy right now, you might want to start spending your gold and, you know, just try to get any units you can on the board that'll help you survive. So if we haven't equipped this unit, this item will equip it. The other thing about this game is that you can equip the items to anybody that you want. In other versions of the game, in the Dota Autochess version, you can't do that. You put an item on somebody, it stays on them. You can't take it off them. If you sell it, but in this game, don't worry about it. This is Underlords. This is not Dota 2 Autochess. It's a different game. But I mean, it all comes from that game, you know. I mean, this all started because of the mod of Dota 2. It just took off, and now this is a whole new genre of game. This is a whole new style of game. Just like we saw with Battle Royales, how they got to be very popular, and you started seeing copycats of the games. Well, that's what's kind of happening right now, is that the original mod, the creators of the mod actually decided to go their own path and create their own version of the game, which is called Autochess, I believe. You could buy it on mobile. I don't know. I think it's going to be in the Epic Game Store soon. Just called Autochess. It's not released yet, I don't think. So they're going to have a version of the game. This version is the Dota version, the official Dota Valve, right, version of the game. And this is for mobile as well. There's also a PC version. And now League of Legends came out with their Teamfight Tactics, which is their version of the game. It's slightly different, different style. They have a different mechanic in the game. The circle thing that they do, I don't really know what it is. I haven't actually played that. So you're gonna see different versions of this game come out, and they're all competing for which one is better. And I'm not sure which one's gonna be the most popular. It looks like Teamfight Tactics is doing pretty well. A lot of players are playing that, and that one might be the most popular one. I learned how to play the game from the original mod in Dota 2, and I found it very fun. But I've since moved over to the Underlords because Underlords is a totally different look to it. Some people are not happy with this mobile looking graphics and everything and style, art, whatever. I don't mind it. I don't really care. how a game looks is not really my thing, but how a game plays is a lot more important, and the balance of the units. I actually really like the Autochess mod in Dota 2 quite a bit, and I haven't really learned everything about this game yet and which units, which teams are the best. But you just gotta experiment, try different units, and really see, which ones work for you. So I'm gonna actually end this. I'm gonna go ahead and end right now. And I hope that I gave you guys an introduction into the game, how it works, helped explain to you what you're looking at. My goal for this was to explain the basics to you if you were totally confused about the game. And now I just hope that when you watch somebody else play, that you understand what you're looking at. The next thing to do would be to just play some games yourself and become familiar with what the units are, what their abilities are, what their attack style is. And as you play with them, you'll learn which ones are strong and which ones just suck. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this. I hope you learned something from me. I hope I explained things well enough. I would really appreciate it if you follow me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/KennyStall to watch my live streams. I will be playing some of this game, most likely, but also other games. And then subscribe here on YouTube on this channel. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribing would be appreciated, and following me on Twitch would be appreciated. Go ahead and leave a comment if this was helpful, and if you have any questions, hopefully some other people will help you out in the chat or in the comment section. If you have other questions, try to help other people out as well if they're confused about stuff. With that being said, thank you for watching. Have a good one.